Robinhood has finally listened and they did it. They are going to start offering interest on your collateral with your options selling. In today's video, we're going to be covering this breaking news story. And if you drop a comment down below in today's video, you're going to get my full Ark Options Strategy playbook, which is a must read, especially if you're not excited about this massive change coming soon to the Robinhood app. So let me get myself out of the way here, guys. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm taking a little bit of credit here. Jokes aside, though, you guys already know I have made so many videos about Robinhood not earning interest on your collateral, right? And if you don't know what that means, it basically means when we're selling a cash secured put and we're saying we're willing to buy 100 shares of a stock, right? Our money, let's say 10 grand, right? We're just waiting to maybe buy those shares that are on our expiration. But guess what? That money isn't earning any money. Do you know who's earning money with that money? Your brokerage, who ain't giving you any of that money. But Robinhood is actually going to start offering interest on your collateral for Robinhood Gold subscribers. We're going to be talking about, is it worth it? We're going to be covering this all in depth in today's video. So stay tuned for this, guys. But I am very excited about this. I really am. Do I really love Robinhood? No, I think for beginners it's fantastic. They have great interface on the app. Great web-based app. There's a lot of things I still don't like about Robinhood, but this is very interesting to me. Very, very interesting. Is it worth waiting or switching? Time will tell how this actually all plays out. But first and foremost, this isn't happening until March 9th, and we're going to be earning around. I don't know how they could say this just yet. Obviously, if interest rates are changed or whatever, we'll see what that looks like if this actually even gets up and being released in March. You know how these things are. And this is, of course, only for Robinhood Gold subscribers. So you're going to have to pay about $5 a month. Does that make it worth it? For sure, it makes it worth it, right? Currently, I like Fidelity, right? Because I get all of my uninvested cash that I wait for my cash secured puts. But we got to work the numbers, right? We got to see what interest rates we're getting on these different platforms and compare which ones are going to be better for our perfect situation. You guys know I primarily only run the wheel strategy. I don't do any day trading or any of that kind of stuff. I primarily focus on that. So for me, I'm trying to squeeze out as much juice as possible, just not from just my premiums. I'm getting it from my interest as well that I'm being offered. So we need to compare what those interest rates are going to be from a Fidelity, from a Schwab, and of course Robinhood. And I would say those are my three favorite brokerages out there, Fidelity being really the top dog here. But with that said, right, this is some great news for you. And, I will take a little bit of credit for the amount of videos that I have shot about Robinhood not offering it. But jokes aside, let's briefly talk about why this is important, okay? So let's just say you're selling puts on Apple. If you don't know what selling a put is, basically I'm saying I'm willing to buy 100 shares of Apple on a certain price at a certain time, right? And for a price that I obviously choose. So here I am just on the Robinhood options chain. I'm going to click sell a put, and then I'm just going to go out. I'm just going to go out our 30 days because I know big earnings week this week. Brace yourselves, folks. I'm just going to go 33 days out. That lets me get way past earnings and hopefully earn a good amount of collateral, right? And I'm just going to do the 240s just for the sake of this example. And actually, let me go real quick here. I'm going to go Apple. Actually, it's already oversold here. So right here, perfect. So my trade idea, that actually fits out perfectly. So February 27th, 240. I'm getting about 2% return on my collateral here. And I'm collecting about $215. So, if you use Ark Picks, that's great. If you're not, make sure you get my premium calculators. They're all free. The first link in the description of today's video, but you can calculate this yourself with my calculators here that are, again, 100% for free. So with that said, apologies, a little bit under the weather as well. We're collecting, 515. Let's see what that spread is. Perfect, 515. So we hit the nail right there, obviously, with Ark Picks, 515 on the premium. We're collecting $515 of premium. We are locking up $24,000 of collateral, right? That's a big boy move. I don't care what you say, $24,000. So 2.15. Now, again, about 33 days to that expiration, did we say? Yep, perfect. And we're earning about a 2.15% return. But guess what? For that month, your $24,000 isn't earning anything. That's robbery, right? So now this is why it's important when you get into, running the wheel strategy with, 20, I don't even care if you're running with $1,000. You should not just be passing up this free money that your brokerage is going and using that money anyway to make more money, right? You want to make sure you're optimizing all this and plugging all those leaky holes. Since I started this channel, I always said interest on collateral, interest on collateral, interest on collateral, right? So in this specific situation, right, we're actually going to be collecting interest on our collateral starting in March, hopefully in March, up for that $24,000, okay? Which is fantastic. Not just 2.15%. Right now we're earning, right, and on top of our collateral, on top of our premium that we're collecting in cash. This is creating that snowball effect of that, like that compounding effect, right? And all of these pieces fit together, right? And again, if you want my calculators here, as well as my full trade log template, you can click the first link in the description of today's video that you can attend the Ark Options Strategy workshop. What a better way to spend this extremely, extremely snowy day. It is absolutely crazy outside right now. I'm nervous to even go out there. But with that said, let's go ahead over and I want to show you guys specifically how the Ark Options Strategy works, okay? And there's a few ways that we earn, income or dividends or premium with this strategy. Obviously, with our cash secured puts, right? That's when we are saying we're willing to buy 100 shares of a stock at a certain price, okay? And on a certain date. We're collecting that upfront premium. We're also now, like I mentioned, earning cash secured put interest. Now, if we end up getting assigned on those cash secured puts, we're also going to be earning our covered calls, right? Now, I personally love to do this on dividend paying stocks as well, because now I'm earning covered call premiums weekly or monthly, plus I'm earning the quarterly or monthly dividend check. And then eventually, if I have to sell my shares, I'm collecting that appreciation sale as well. And it really just works really, really well together, right? It really takes this kind of like boring wheel strategy where we're just selling puts and selling calls in extremely volatile stocks, right? And we take it to the next level by layering on these other pieces, right? Now, the reason I love the wheel strategy is because, just like in my life, I like to be disciplined. I like to be consistent, right? I like to be doing the boring stuff, right? Boring is scalable. Boring works. Boring means I will stick with it. So when I think of like the way I trade and what options seller school is becoming, right? And everything that I do here, everything is about being disciplined, consistent, and boring, right? That's the key, right? If you can be those things, that means that no matter what age you start a strategy like this, you're more likely to stick with it. And the reason a lot of people end up failing with the wheel strategy is because they honestly get bored with it. And then they start saying, I can buy a call. I could buy this. I could do that, right? And you start going into these weird advanced strategies where you're competing against algorithms where you have no shot that I believe those, especially like leverage ETFs and stuff, these are products designed to take money from retail, easy money from retail, and take it to the high frequency traders, right? The people that literally, you're not going to beat the MIT guy or the World Series of Poker guy. Trust me, I used to work at a high frequency trading company as an IT guy. No idea how I wound up there, just going to college at a random school in Philadelphia, right? But I got hooked up and I got to work with some of the smartest people that I will ever come across in my entire life. You do not have a shot in hell beating these people, okay? You might beat them once or twice, but you're not going to beat them over the long run. How do we beat them? We need something consistent. We need something boring. We need something that requires discipline. And in my opinion, the wheel strategy does that. But with that said, we want to plug all of the leaky buckets that are in this thing because there's a lot, right? Most people, right? Like me, just me, listen, I love this company. I absolutely love SoFi. SoFi is my favorite one. I actually just got assigned on Friday at 26 for SoFi, and I'm excited to run some covered calls weekly on SoFi. But SoFi does not fit the Ark Options Strategy. No, it does not. No, it does not one bit, right? Why doesn't it fit the Ark Options Strategy? Well, because, right, there's no dividend payment here. But that doesn't mean I'm still not going to trade it because it's extremely volatile. So when I look at this, and look, let's go even take a look at what some of the premiums are right now on a SoFi, and we'll just go even do the monthlies. 5% return on collateral on the monthlies for the 24s right now. Absolutely crazy. Now, we are trading more towards the mid-band. We are below, however, our 50-day moving average slightly, but we are still above the 2 and 300. So it's still it's still a risky play in my personal opinion, but with that said, I like to have some fun still too, guys, right? I'm not always, trying to go for the just the boring stuff, but with that said, I do focus on a lot of boring stuff. Like KMB is one of my favorite ones. Kenview and KMB right now, I absolutely love this. Not so much Kenview recently, but KMB, obviously acquiring Kenview. I love the dividend at KMB, but I'm just being patient with Kenview to get back into some good setups. But with that said, 5% dividend on this bad boy, right? A great return on collateral. Yeah, maybe I'm not getting a 5-6% return on collateral in a month. That's very high risk, right? High risk meaning having to get assigned. Almost 2.5% here. Still risky for sure. 98 strike on this thing. Right now, if we look at the chart here, I'm going to tell you right now, this bad boy's been on a run here recently, at least in the past week. Now, not by run, I mean what a typical dividend-paying, boring stock like this has. Now, it has. It bounced off that bottom Bollinger Band. It had it. I had a bunch of 95s on this thing. I had 99s on this thing. So it was nice to come back here. I'm not taking assignment, but take a look at the technicals. So below the 200 and 300 days, but nobody gives a crap about these kind of companies. Genuinely, no one cares. If you look on YouTube, no one wants to hear this stuff because it's boring. It doesn't require you to stare at a chart all day. There's no adrenaline pumping situation that happens when you're trading Kimberly-Clark or a Kenview or like one of my other favorites, which is like Altria, right? Like again, Altria for the most part has just torn up recently as well. What a play for me here that I had recently. Look at this thing, absolutely massive. I actually I'm not a timer of the market, but my goodness, this thing timed out beautifully for me. Just I always get in at the bottom Bollinger Bands, usually what I try to shoot for. But dropped below it, obviously got a little bit nervous, but my God, what an absolute recovery here. Premiums obviously aren't as good, but my God, look at this juiced up, absolutely juiced up dividend yield that we're also collecting from an Altria. And these are the kind of boring stocks that I like. Even honestly, like Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola is a company that I primarily would do on a weekly basis. Why? Well, if we look at the return on a 30-day roughly, it's about 1.28%. Is that worth it? For me personally, maybe for your risk tolerance, sure. Obviously, Coke has been on a bit of a run here recently as well. But if I'm getting under this too, I'm going to be doing weeklies anyway. I'll be more aggressive on my weeklies. And unfortunately, with these boring dividend payers, you gotta be, right? Same thing goes with Pepsi, another one of my favorites here as well. Again, wraps up a lot more collateral, a little bit more premium. Great dividend, just about 4% as well, right? So again, for these more boring ones, I'll usually look at the weeklies occasionally here as well. But for the most part, I do like to stick to monthly, just with my life and just things that I've got going on in my life: 3 kids, faith, family, business, work, other things that I'd rather be doing. And SoFi right now is still bid. But guys, not to get too sidetracked. Who's excited? Who's excited about this absolutely massive news from Robinhood? I am. Am I going to switch is kind of the big question. I may be a little bit. I may move over a little bit here to Robinhood. I feature a lot of Robinhood here on the channel, but I don't really trade on Robinhood anymore. There's things from Robinhood that, when I wasn't able to sell some shares back out and during like the 2019, 2020 times, when the whole GameStop fiasco happened, I was trying to get out of some positions that I was in. I wasn't able to. So those kind of things, they leave scars for me. But I do think this is moving towards the right direction. I love that they're really all encompassing, especially with finance, credit cards, all sorts of stuff that they're doing. I can't deny it. Right now, do I trade it right now? No, I don't trade Hood. I do not trade Hood. Let's take a quick look. I mean, insane return on collateral, massive. Actually, let's see what we're looking at here. I haven't looked at Hood in a while, man. It's been quite a bit of time, but technicals kind of there. Been on a massive run though. If I look over the year chart, that's slightly terrifying for me when something has been at its basically its lows around 30-ish, now at 106 in the air. See, this to me is scary, right? This is a scary situation where we could easily see a drop below a 200 and 300 day moving average, especially with like a growth stock like this. I would just be patient. Like this thing would have to have a nice big pullback for me to jump in. Not to say it's not a great company. They know what they're doing. There's a fantastic business, a fantastic business model. But for me, I'd rather go look at some of the other companies that haven't had such an astronomical run. Sure, I miss out on gains, but whatever. I'll get exposure to them in time through my buy and holds and ETFs. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments. You'll get the full Ark Options Strategy playbook. If you want all of my calculators here completely for free, attend the Ark Options Strategy workshop. It's about 90 minutes long. At the end of that training, I give you all of this stuff completely for free. Guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.